Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris McGuire. Daniel Solzbach, also known as Mr. Repsion, is currently away in Africa aiding in humanitarian efforts. In his absence, he has given me the opportunity to produce a video game review for your entertainment. I hope you enjoy it. Fez. What can I say about it? Other than what's been covered in one of my favorite documentaries of all time, Indie Game. It builds emotion, it shatters boundaries, it digs straight to the heart of what gaming is all about. This game reminded me how it felt the very first time I picked up a video game controller and stepped into a world of imagination. That was a long time ago. In Fez, you play as Gomez, a pixelated 2D creature living in a 3D world. At the start of your journey, you are given the power to rotate your perspective between 4 2D planes of view. When changing perspectives, you may find new ways to progress forward that weren't previously available. For instance, a ledge might be closer, or a vine may be accessible. However, with power comes chaos. After experimenting with Gomez's newfound ability, the mighty hexahedron shatters, scattering bits and cubes all over the world, and as expected, you are tasked with retrieving them. As you can see, the colorful visuals take on an 8-bit aesthetic, which is thoroughly supported by Fez's stellar soundtrack by Disasterpiece. The story of Fez doesn't contain a great deal of depth, but to be honest, it isn't the kind of game that would greatly benefit from a fleshed out narrative. Character dialogue is expressed through text, but characters do emit a dialogue sound effect, giving them somewhat of a personality. This game is known for being highly meta, utilizing things like QR codes to divulge game secrets. But it also pays homage to gaming history. One of the more painfully obvious references is Gomez's chest opening dynamic. There's 3 essential items in Fez: bits, cubes, and anti-cubes. Finding 8 bits creates a cube, although in some areas you may find fully formed cubes. Anti-cubes are considered rarer than normal cubes, as they generally require puzzle-solving effort. The game's color theming has taught me that purple areas generally involve puzzles and secrets, whereas more colorful and vibrant map locations are more platforming-oriented, and may involve a laid-back stroll through the park while smelling the freshly cut grass. In fact, the whole game feels like a well-earned rest from the hustle and bustle of most modern video games. There are no enemies to face, projectiles to dodge, rigid paths to follow, or missions demanding your immediate attention. You have a task, and you can approach it any way you see fit. The manner in which you explore the world of Fez is entirely up to you. Nevertheless, Fez isn't perfect. A standard playthrough of the game takes between 4 and 6 hours, which is pretty short in comparison to most modern games. I would say that Fez didn't warrant a long campaign, but in all honesty, I felt that certain areas were not extensive enough, and that the game had plenty of missed potential when it came to employing a diverse range of platformer elements. In addition, most of the secrets are extremely difficult to figure out without the help of the internet. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I want it on record for those of us who are completely clueless and refuse to give up. Personally, if I've spent 2 hours of my time and yielded 0 results, this is a job for GameFAQs, let's be honest. I am reviewing the PC version, although I did use an Xbox controller to play the game. I found that in certain areas of the map, the game was prone to crashing. In addition, the game refused to play on my Asus Ultrabook at all. Plus, when I play it on my desktop, I'm forced to play in 1280x720. If I play in a higher resolution, such as my native resolution of 1920x1080, this is what the game looks like. Yeah, not so great. In spite of these few technical issues, Fez has tight platforming controls and plays smoothly. The transition between perspectives is quick and painless, albeit slightly disorienting the first couple of times. I have no complaints with the performance, look, feel, or playability of Fez, so it's golden as far as mechanics are concerned. With that said, I'm prepared to deliver a final verdict. Fez is a breathtaking adventure with an extremely innovative concept behind it. The mood and atmosphere of the game are delightful and harnesses that feeling of wonder we all experienced when we first journeyed into the realm of video games. If you have a hard time truly immersing yourself in modern video games and need a chance to take a step back, relax, and remember what games are all about, don't hesitate to give Fez a try. This game might not be for everyone, but for some of us, it's just what we needed. Fez is superb. If you enjoyed this review of Fez, then perhaps you would enjoy my other video game reviews. I have reviewed such titles as Tomb Raider, Gears of War Judgment, BioShock Infinite, and the ever-so-infamous Dead Island Riptide. My channel, Game Binge, is in the description below, or possibly some kind of annotation. If you're interested, check it out. If you're not interested, well, go eat oatmeal. It's very good for you, and I enjoy it. I am signing off. Thanks for watching, and cheers.